So this last question we asked to all of our speakers, and it's simply, why is free speech important to you?
Well, because it's not so much that I care about a person's ability to speak. It's more that I care about a person's ability to listen. Speaking doesn't really do that much. It has some benefits. Like if I hold a belief, my verbalizing it can be therapeutic, it can be cathartic, it can be engendering of community spirit and these kinds of things. But that's not what we care about in this kind of war against free speech, as people like to dramatically frame it. We don't care about someone's right to speak. We care about someone's right to listen, and that's what's trying to be taken away. Right? When if somebody is against allowing somebody to say a particular thing, it's not really that they don't want them to say it. It's that they don't want other people to hear it because they think it'll be too dangerous, too offensive, too harmful. I would say that if anybody tries to tell you, don't worry, we know how sensitive you are, and we're not going to allow you to listen to this thing because we don't think you'll be able to hack it, that you should feel so patronized as to truly give them a piece of their mind and demonstrate free speech right in front of them. There's nothing we can really say about the value of free speech that doesn't verge on the cliche. You know, it allows us to address various ideas and try to move towards the truth. The one thing I would say is let's not be under any illusions. A lot of free speech advocates like to be utopian about this. They seem to be kind of saying that if we allow free speech, disinformation will disappear, the truth will always prevail, we'll never have dictatorship or totalitarianism ever again. That's not the case. That's not true. These things are perennial, they're not going away. But we can be sure that although allowing a free market of ideas isn't necessarily going to prevent these things, restricting the free market of ideas is going to make them more likely. What is the first thing that a totalitarian dictator will do when trying to take control of a state? They will limit the freedom of the press. They will limit the freedom of criticism of the state. Speech is the most important thing because speech is an extension of thought, and that's how we should be treating it. Speech is an extension of thought, and listening is one of the best forms in which thoughts can be received. It's the same thing. It's not just about speech. It's also about writing, right? It's like, it's not just people saying things, it's about them writing things. So the terminology is confused, in other words. We don't care about someone's right to speak. We care about their right to express an idea, and we care about other people's rights to hear those ideas. And I think if you need to ask the question of why it should be not only dysfunctional, but also offensive to tell someone that they are not allowed to listen to a particular opinion, I don't think that question even needs to be asked. I think it should be crystally obvious. But I should also recognize that the anti-free speech person, so to speak, isn't just saying that. People like to caricature them. They like to say, "Oh, you're just trying to censor people you don't agree with." That's not what they're doing, right? Yeah, they disagree with them, but they're not trying to justify silencing people on the grounds of disagreement alone. They're trying to silence them on the grounds that what they're saying that they disagree with is dangerous or harmful. The question we have to ask is, what is more dangerous and harmful, the thing that's being said or the process of trying to prevent it from being said? And to me, the answer is obvious.